those guys, always smiled. He was a really good article written about him. Obviously there was hundreds, but, you always hear about how he was, everybody's, first favorite ball player. And, he played with Jackie Robinson. You think about, sure, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, but he didn't do it all throughout the league. Sure, he did in terms of, generally now, a black player is allowed to play in baseball, but other players that came on other teams, you have to think it almost it's like how it works, like, town to town. Yeah, sure, slavery was ended. However, it still came down to, individually states, kind of coming around to it, and then the towns and everything else. And so there was a lot that he went through, and was always a guy that was smiling and always had, something great to say, let's play two, and just listening to everybody reminisce. And it almost seems like it's fake to a point. And so there was a guy with the Chicago Tribune, Steve Rosenblum, who wrote an article talking about, very cynical writer, incredibly funny, very talented guy, but was talking about, he always thought that it was an act. And then eventually, had ran into Ernie just randomly someplace. I forget, he was on vacation somewhere, but ran into him and just said, "This is honest to God truth. That's just the guy that he is. He wants to hear about you." I mean, this 14-time All-Star, 2-time NL MVP, won a Gold Glove, 2-time National Home Run champion. Same thing with National League RBI champion, the first black player for the Chicago Cubs, and to this day holds the NL record for the most home runs for a shortstop. Thinking about the Troy Tulowitzki's and everybody else, this guy's still, number one. And he played, time in the Negro Leagues. He ended up playing, devoted some time to the Army, and also played a majority of his career in the outfield and at first base rather than shortstop. So how amazing is that?
Well, and the other, he's a truly great guy. He, obviously did everything he, I don't think people give enough credit. Jackie Robinson was the first and had to endure a lot. But I don't think people give enough credit to guys like, the second wave of them, because they had to deal with just as much, if, of the racism and, if you're playing for Chicago, if Ernie Banks, I'm sure going to St. Louis, which is not the most tolerant of towns, that couldn't have been easy, especially playing against a rival like the Cardinals. And you look at, you look at that team with him and Ron Santo, when Santo was there, two of the nicest guys you would probably ever find on the face of baseball. And probably throw a Stan Musial in there, but those two always willing to talk to fans, always always about the fans, not about themselves. And
you got to think these guys, same neighborhood.
Ernie couldn't have been easy for him to be all about the fans either, because just with all the things that's one thing I respect about him. I mean, he probably went through a lot as a player, having to hear all the racism, but you never heard about it from him. He just, I think he just kind of accepted it for the way things were, and he never had a bitter bone in his body.
Yeah, and well, he did have that camaraderie with Jackie, and so he did ask him, kind of how to deal with it, and Jackie just told him, just take it with a grain of salt and just be fine with it. You know what I mean? Not necessarily be fine with it, but hold your ground and just be a smart guy about it. And that's the one thing where he was able to keep a smile on his face all the time. I think, and like I said, I never watched him play. I've seen video clips of his swing and like all the pictures. When you just Google his name and search images, those blow you away. Watching him from when he was a young buck all the way through, today. It's just really, kind of puts things in perspective. And I think it does take sometimes, someone to pass away for you to realize, at least in terms of sports, what they accomplished in their careers. You know what I mean? When he hit his, 500th home run, he was the seventh person to do that. Okay. And then you had, the whole wave of, the steroid era, everything else. But, what it really comes down to, the way that, that like Ernie like really touches me personally is the way that like my outlook on life. So my outlook on life is to, every pitch is a completely different situation. You always have that chance to adjust, always have that chance to fix things. All you can work on is yourself, and so you just kind of got to keep your head up, fix what you can fix. You can't fix anything outside of yourself, and just kind of roll with the punches, and so we're going to lead into that. And so we're finally coming down to the moment, okay? Talked about Ernie. Ernie's the man. We're going to miss you for sure. One more moment of silence. All right. And so when we come back here from the break, we're going to get to our guy, Cody Van Cura. I've worked with him several times on numerous projects, working with him most recently on a television show called Strangely Educational. You can find clips of that on YouTube. 20-minute episodes, things like that. It's a lot of fun. I'll kind of give you a little insight into what a little squirrely is. So we're going to be talking to Cody when we come back here, and then we'll get into the Super Bowl. So again, if you have any questions, you want to chit-chat a little bit, you can get to us at 585-633-7487, 585-633-7487, and you can tweet us at LN Sports Radio.
Oh, yeah, this spot hot.
Down next to mine, you're so fine, baby, you're too fine. Dark after he goes to bed. Remember what we said. We gonna do this right, right. This is how it's always supposed to be. I need you endlessly. We gonna go all night. Tumble to the ground underneath the stars, underneath the stars.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
All right, welcome back into the Johnnie Bobbo Show on Late Night Sports Radio. Again, you can call us in at 585-633-7487, 585-633-7487. Tweet us at LN Sports Radio, at Johnnie Bobbo with 2 B's, 3 B's if you want to count them all. But basically what we're doing here now, we're going to bring in our guy, Cody Van Cura. Cody, what's shaking, dude? How are you?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. Are you calling us from a spaceship right now? Where are you at?
Dude, I'm staying outside a party right now, drinking a 40. Pretty chill.
At 10:30 on a Thursday night. See, honestly, that's actually not too bad. Thursday nights are usually, like, for college kids, that is party night, because Fridays, there's no class on Friday unless you're an idiot. Are these college kids, or do they have futures? Who are you hanging out with?
Wait, who am I hanging out with? A bunch of jabronis, dude.
Bunch of jabronis. Oh, man, WWF or WWE is happening right now. Okay, so tell me a little bit about this band right now. We're going to be playing a song here in a moment from Baby Kid, and we're going to hear a song, okay? Kind of strange. I don't know. It's called Hinder Dash Lips of an Angel. Is that all one name? Because, I mean, the album
it's the name of the track, and it's really solid.
And so now, what are we going to listen to? Like, what are their bands? Is this like a punk band? What kind of band is this?
So, like, you could classify them as, like, lo-fi emo revival. Like, that's a big thing going on right now, and it's super chill.
What is lo-fi emo revival?
Like, lo-fi quality emo revival. Like, picture, like, 90s influenced, like, indies rock.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Well, so how about Keith or Dr. Drew, whatever you want to call yourself? Let's get a lick, man. Let's hear this song. Not too shabby, huh?
Yeah, dude. Actually, man, the first show they ever played was at the Ashbury like 4 years ago.
That's awesome. Yeah, the Ashbury, to kind of clue everybody in, that is a coffee shop that I manage out here in Willow Springs. It's on Willow Springs Road and Archer Avenue in Willow Springs, Illinois. If you're ever out that way, it's kind of been a home for a bunch of weirdos for a long time. That's kind of, the main point of it. It's one of those places where you can kind of feel accepted no matter who you are or kind of where you come from. And so it's good to know there's a band like that is coming out here and finally making some noise for themselves. They're all local kids,
yeah,
obviously.
Dude, they had a hiatus for a while and just had a huge, like, big, like, first show back in a year at this cool space in the city called the Friend Zone. And, like, it was really cool. Like, 200 people came out, and, like, them not being around for, like, a